Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and for today's video I'm giving you guys a tour of my new to me Neo trailer for this season. Last year, you guys know, I was probably running that smaller Forest River M series trailer. Great little trailer, two-place trailer, but I needed to go back to something bigger. So this year, you can see behind me, I've got a 2016 Neo 26 footer that I picked up. Let's go. I'm going to give you a full walk around. Let's take a look. Sled Addicts is brought to you by Team Vincent Motorsports, Bergstrom Carbines, Ledger Performance, Westway Motel, Studboy Studs, and Radio World. All right, first things first, up front, and very similar to all my other trailers, the first thing I change is I go to a Demco latch. This is called a Demco Easy Latch. It's a very simple system, super easy. You drop the trailer onto the hitch without even lifting up the latch. It just automatically clicks on and works really great. The other thing that I did add to this one, which was really neat, and a lot of people have already asked me about this is an aluminum bracket to organize your trailer chains, as well as your plug for the back of the truck. And it's a really simple, easy piece to add on to the trailer. I like the fact that it's aluminum too. And I already talked to our manufacturer. We're gonna look at designing something very similar, hopefully for next season, in a really hard plastic. Obviously, you got your trailer jack on the front, and then you guys can see, obviously, we finished this one up very similar to our other trailers with a wrap done by Pro Films here in Kitchener, and the guys over there did an awesome job with the wrap on this particular trailer. Now, this one's a pretty long trailer. Like I said, it's 26 feet, so it's got about 2 feet longer than my last Neo trailer. And let's show you guys a quick look on the inside. So once again, one of the other things I'll change out immediately is I put a digital keypad lock on here. And it also comes with a remote control. So you punch in your code, it gives you 2 beeps, and you are able to open the door. All right. So the first thing that I saw, and I bought this trailer off a local guy here in Kitchener, and one of the cool things that he did is right here, where he hooked up this little inverter for a DeWalt battery, and all you need to do, if it's not plugged into the truck, is actually just put a 20-volt DeWalt battery on here, in which I've got lots of those because I am a DeWalt guy, and it will actually give you all the lighting will go on in the trailer. So you can see he put LED strip lights all along the top of the trailer. And I didn't bring a battery with me today, but what I will do is I'll go hook it up to the truck and show you guys you know, how bright the lighting is in here. And presto, we have light. And then there was light. So you can see it all lit up really nicely in here. Nice and bright. Now that is one thing that I'm gonna probably eventually switch out, and I'm gonna put in some nicer, longer, made up like 4-foot strip actual LED lights that just kind of clean up the look a bit instead of having full strip light around the top. It's got a hood vent, and it's something here that I actually do need to change because the top part of it is actually broken, the lid cover for this, as well as the handle to open it. So for now, I just kind of put in this styrofoam piece, just like that, and just a little bit of exhaust when I start the sleds can kind of go out that vent, which is great. And the other thing too that he put in, which I really like, is firstly, the full kind of rubber floor. So these are horse stall mats, and you know, he cut them and laid them all out perfectly for the floor. And before he did it, he was smart. He actually painted and sealed off all the wood. So any moisture that does kind of fall through the cracks here from the ice will not penetrate that wood or not rot that wood. Everything is all sealed off underneath, which is the right way to do it. E-track all the way down the sides on both sides of the trailer. Super nice. And one of the big things that this was really helpful with this year was when we go and travel and do all the shows in the fall, we strap down all our product, all our merchandise, everything that we have to bring to the actual shows is really nice and easy because we can connect it and strap it all down right to the wall. So I bought some of these E-track clips. You'll see different ones kind of all along the side. And here's a strap one here. And that just, again, it just allows you to easily kind of figure things out. Strap down sleds, strap down boxes, whatever you need, right? And then up front here with the helmet cabinet, obviously gives you ample storage, and I like to put muffs in there, parts, spare stuff that I'm carrying, and trailer tools and whatnot as well usually go up there. They're on the floor right now, but that toolbox will usually go in there. And I've got the oil caddy that I designed a couple years ago that we've been doing really well with, and I actually ended up putting 2 of those together. Give me a little bit of extra shelf space there for oil jugs. We got our feed me funnels integrated into that, as well as my ice jugs, so that worked out really well. And then below it you'll see some more E-track up there, and then what I ended up doing is I put 2 link brackets mounted onto that PVC there, and that's where I store my fuel caddies when they're not in use. So tucked them nice and out of the way at the front of the trailer there, but you know, usually they're on the back of the sleds. And then what he also did is he put the spare tire there. It's mounted right up on the wall, which is great. I may move it just to get more floor space and put it up on the wall and out of the way. And then a little more E-track here, and then fire extinguisher there as well. That's you know, pretty much it for the inside. He's got also on each of the doors, you'll see the Caliber products, the glides. Those are the wide ones, and those work really well. And then he's got some track mat up the middle, just to help you get up and down, the ramps. And you know, I've got some other plans. I got the trailer in September and just really didn't have the time to get it all decked out the way that I usually like to do them. So I did some stuff to it, but the big thing will be heat. So I've actually got 2 diesel heaters that are coming today, and I've got an idea in terms of how I want to set those up. I'm going to have one that's going to blow towards, they'll be set up in the middle of the trailer, and one that will blow towards the rear, the other one will blow towards the front, and that should provide ample heat, just so that I can melt the sleds off when I want to and do some work and you know, whatever I can to get some heat in here, I think would be really helpful. But so far so good. You guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Neo trailers. I think overall it's a really good value trailer. The only 2 trailers I honestly would ever consider for big Vinos trailers would be a Neo or a Triton. And really my reasoning for that is, I'll show you guys when I go outside, is I really like the latch designs that they use on the doors. Unfortunately, Triton is no longer in business, and it's too bad, but they made a really great trailer, and I know even Chris Ledger and the guys there, they all run Tritons, and they're such nice trailers. But the big difference is I really like these NXP latches. It just makes it super easy to open up the doors, and you don't have to deal with the cam locks that they usually do on the side. I don't like the look of those. I think this is just a really clean system, and that's one of the things that I've always loved about Neo. And Triton has their own version. It's actually a more heavier duty latch system that they use on their trailers, and works awesome. I was in Chris Ledger's trailer quite a bit over the weekend, and it works really well. Loading lights up top, so 1 on the back. I've got 2 on the rear that I actually need to replace, so that's going to be a project as well. And then The only other thing is the tires, I think, are original tires. He didn't put too many miles on this trailer, so I'm probably going to end up replacing the tires and probably those rims as well, just because they're old and they're already starting to flake in and around the lug nuts. So I'm probably going to end up replacing those. And then the other thing too that I love about this one is it's 6.5 feet high, which is higher than my last one. The old Neo that I had was 6 feet. So this one, you know, if you really wanted to, you can get more in there. The extra height is really nice to have. And on the back, you've also got your stabilizer jacks, which is really nice. So if I ever want to load it when it's not connected to the truck, it's super, super easy to do. All right, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed that overview. If you have any questions at all, just around some of the different models and trailers and stuff out there that we've got, you know, we're very familiar with Legend, obviously, because that's what Jesse's been running for a few years now. And, you know, I'm very familiar with the Neo stuff, and I'm a huge fan. I think they make a great rig overall. And if you guys have any questions, we're always happy to help. Reach out to us through Facebook Messenger or Instagram, and we'll see you guys on the trail.